Okay, we're done with cars and coffee. I'm back here with the 92. It's super hot out here today, so hopefully I can get this engine bay degreased before it gets to be unbearable. Gonna spray it with some degreaser. I've got the transmission over there. I'm gonna spray with degreaser, try and get that all cleaned up so I can sell that. Well, the engine bay is pressure washed, degreased. Hit it with some simple green, some drill brushes. It's actually pretty clean. It still needs to be scuffed and sanded, and there's some rusty spots, and I'll show you all that. But it's close to being ready to go over for paint, other than pulling some of the stuff out of the way. I'd really like the whole engine bay void of power brakes, any of the steering stuff, any of the headlight wiring, any of the AC lines that are in the way. I'm going to go ahead and pull the front end off too. That way we can do a really nice paint job underneath the hood, and that's part of the plan for this car, is to have a really nice interior, undercarriage, and under the hood. And then we'll just wait and see what I do with the exterior. Got the car back inside. Now I'm going to go ahead and start taking some of the unnecessary, and I say unnecessary, stuff I'm not going to use for my build out of the engine bay, and I'm going to get rid of the wiring, at least temporarily, so we can paint without anything in the way. So let's get to that.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the
Can we just take a minute to appreciate that there were like 9 hose clamps and unions on this one heater hose? What are people doing? Also, that's PVC. Like, are you a plumber? I don't even think a plumber would do anything this bad.
show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes.
Okay, so quick update. Headlights out. Most of the wiring is ready to come out, and I'm just kind of feeding all this out of the way. Should have most of this out of the way. The reason I'm getting all that out of the way is so when we go to paint, I don't want anything in the way that could possibly get overspray on it or whatever. Because even though I'm probably not going to paint the outside, I got another plan for that. I want the engine bay to be really, really nice and clean. So that's the plan. That's why I'm getting rid of all the wiring, and that requires that I pull the rest of this. There's not actually a lot more. This is a 92, so it's got an airbag, and the sensor wiring is right here and the sensor is here, so that'll be coming out. And then I'm pretty close to, you know, having this prepped. I got to figure out how that headlight module comes out. I see one bolt, but there's another one that's behind it, so got to figure that out too.
Making mistakes like that, I'll play it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad, and now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude, crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently, thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no
That's not okay. We're ditching that whole thing, so I don't care. I'm using a Mighty Vac bleeder in case you're wondering. All right, figured out this headlight module. You basically just wedge something in here and then slide it out like this. Then you can access the bolt for the bracket. There's a bolt there and a bolt there. Nothing on there. I don't know why they do it like that, but there we go. So I'm here in the transmission tunnel. I'm pretty much just taking out the fuel lines and the brake lines because I've got new braided steel fuel lines that are going in. I'm going to use -6 fittings and won't need those anymore. I'm going to put in some new brake lines as well because they're pretty crusty and corroded and we don't want to use those. So I'm just getting all that out of the way so that we can go ahead and get this thing ready for paint. In case you were wondering why I'm replacing the brake lines, I slightly bent this one. You can see where it's rusty. It's snapped, so that rust is no bueno. We don't want any brake problems with this car, and these lines are cheap enough that I'll just buy some new ones. So we're gonna get all this crap out of here.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head.
So here is the fuel line that came out of the car. You can see how corroded that is. That's an accident waiting to happen. I'm not going to skimp on some of this important stuff. You can see all the corrosion and yeah, that's just nasty. And the fuel that came out of it is equally as nasty. So we're going to fix all that up. Here's what I got in the tunnel now. So the lines ran along here. That's all looking good. We got a little bit of rust here. We'll hit that with some 415. Everything else looks solid. This is where the transmission shifter will go for the manual, the 6-speed. I'm gonna find a template for that and cut that out too at some point. So otherwise I just got some cleanup, and then obviously there's a hole in the floor here, but we can fix that.
I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got vision. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them.
Next up, sway bars coming off. That needs to be out of the way so that we can paint. All right, got the front sway bar off. Also got the end links. Those were kind of tough. The reason I'm changing this sway bar, it's only a 30mm sway bar, and on the 84 project, there's a 36mm bar. That one has a 36 in the front and a 24 in the back. So we're gonna actually go with the bigger sway bars. They're nice and chrome too, so it'll look kind of cool. And then we'll worry about Project 84 when I get around to that one. Fender well's out. Got a little bit of rust to address here. So I think next I'm going to lower the car down. I'm gonna get rid of that seam seal here and look at that little triangle piece and see what I need to do to get that fixed. There's also a little spot inside where the clutch master will go. I need to fix that as well, so let's get on that. Okay, I've been working for probably about an hour, and you can see there's some rust I'm gonna need to take care of. The worst of it was right here. This is in the driver's side fender well. So I've got all of it pretty much cut out that I need to cut out. I still need to clean up the rust and grind whatever residual stuff is there. And then I'm going to actually get inside, and I gotta make some cuts. Wherever that's rusty is coming out, and then I'm just gonna weld a piece in. So I'm gonna get inside and actually do that. The clutch master cylinder has to go right in here. So I'll make sure that's all reinforced. But that was actually, that triangle shaped piece is actually a panel that welded in. So we'll get that all cleaned up and weld something in there and then seal it up real good so it won't rust again, and we'll be golden. Well, I've got a lot of progress. Still have a bunch more to do. That's inside the driver's fender well again. There's my template. That actually goes that way. My CAD, computer aided design. There's also one for up in the engine bay. And there's where we landed with all that. So that's what I've got for all the stuff cut out. I still need to clean that metal up a little bit. And then there's going to be some panels that get welded in. That's seam sealed and all that kind of stuff. I've got a little bit more cut out on the floor, so I'll be ready to put the piece in there once I fix over here. We're going to pull the fenders and doors, and I mean, not the doors. The hood and the fenders are coming off. And we should be ready for whatever else we need to do. But I got to focus on getting this rust hole here now. The rust is gone. I'll spray some stuff on there and we'll be good. What's up, Sharp Dog? So we're back at it. Mike's here again. Hi, Mike.
Hey.
We have matching hats. You don't have one, hit me up. We're getting ready to strip the front end off this car and I'm gonna work on rust repair. All right, doing some metal work. I've got my patch panel here. That's gonna go in there. It'll go like so. As you can see, it doesn't contour yet. So I'm going to use my hands and a hammer and whatever else. And we're gonna go ahead and make that fit. Got some Clecos. Gonna go ahead and put this panel up here, drill a couple holes in it, mount it, get it going. There we go. Okay, panels are all cleaned up, ready for weld. Got some weld through primer on them. Gonna let that tack up a little bit. Cleco's ready to go on, so we're gonna go ahead and start with this one, and then that one will go in second. Hey, that one looks good. I can't believe it. I mean, for me it looks good. Sorry people in the camera, I suck. Yeah.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me.
Okay, that's all the time I have today. I'm gonna clean up the shop. It's an absolute mess. Have that fixed. Mike helped me pull the front end off, so the hood and the fenders are off. I've got a couple more small things to do, then we can send it over for paint. That's where I'm gonna end this episode. If you made it this far, you're a rock star. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one. I think we're gonna have the engine bay painted, and then we can start reassembly and doing all the fun stuff. That's where I'm gonna be excited. Thanks for watching. See ya.